The Washington Nationals play their first ever World Series game tonight, taking on the Astros in Houston. And that causes us to remember the love of the game by our late friend and colleague, Charles Krauthammer. We miss him every day. We know he would have loved going to the World Series games or watching them on TV. He was a huge Nats fan. Here's some of his thoughts from years past.
I grew up playing the game. I loved to play the game, and as a kid, my brother and I would go around on our Schwinns on the streets of Long Island with transistor radios hanging from the handlebars, listening to Mel Allen and Phil Rizzuto doing the Yankee games. This was our lives.
You write about baseball and your devotion to the Washington Nationals.
Yes. Another one of my irrationalities, eccentricities.
Having discovered kind of your own private paradise at Nationals Park.
And when I lived in a city here in Washington without baseball, but I would go occasionally, usually with George Will, up to see the Orioles. But it's a bit of a hike. But then to live in a town where a Major League Baseball team arrives, so you can then see the highest level of play of the game I really love is irresistible. So I started to go when they were losing. I didn't really care because I like to see the game. And then the worst part is when I started to do your show every night, you know, it ends at 7, the game starts at 7:10. The garage at Fox is 7 minutes if the wind is fair in the 3rd Street Tunnel from the garage at Matt Stadium. So I get there in the bottom of the 1st. I mean, how can I resist?
I've made that drive, the 7-minute drive.
Yes.
It's like your car's on cruise control.
Well, the car knows where to go. I only come on weekdays. Weekends are reserved for other things.
So we're heading to special parking.
Well, parking lot B, which is where I've been parking for many years, it's actually in left field. A home run hit hard enough would come right through the walls here. It's right near the center field gate.
Well, there's a number of politicos and pundits and journalists.
Well, this is the journalist section.
Right here?
Yeah. And I'm the mayor of this section. I let people in and out. George Will, Mort Kondracki. Ron Williams used to be here, but he's gone uptown on us. He's now in the concourse because he lords it over us. I think there's food service or something.
I got you.
But yeah, there are a lot of folks that I know. Mitch McConnell sometimes wanders by, and Sam Alito's a big fan.
Is that right?
He's a Phillies fan, but he loves the game. When I was a kid, my brother gave me a book of box scores, which is just raw numbers of who did what. And the book was a puzzle book. At the bottom of each box score, they'd ask you, who got a double in the 2nd inning? And you had to figure it out backwards. So I've always associated baseball with trying to work stuff out. And that's always stayed with me. When I'm watching the game, I'm trying to figure out what those guys are doing down there.
What do you think it is about baseball that draws you in?
Probably that it's so attached to my childhood. I played a lot. My brother and I would run around, look for ball games. I was an all-field, no-hit, but I could field. I couldn't hit very well, but I fielded pretty well. And I loved to field. I mean, there was nothing better than going in the hole for a backhanded play and coming up with a jump throw. I mean, that was like, so when I see these guys do it, and they do it effortlessly.
Is that why you love it so much?
Part of it is, you know, you see your own youth. You see how you spent your childhood, and then you feel it when you watch them do it.